first known as the Meadowlands. EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now the New Jersey native who played his college ball at Rutgers, it's Isaiah Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Second and 7. A handoff to Pacheco. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. Here comes third and 6. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mahomes. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Locke working out of the pistol. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
A second down throw for Locke. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A gain of 24 through the air. That's good for a Giants first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Locke. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is Mike Dana working his way in there to record the sack.
the Chiefs' 26-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Lock out of the shotgun. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this.
And he's in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brano. And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. So after one, 7-0 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. A run. It's Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Pacheco, 1st down and more. A gain of 16, good enough for a 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession.
And he's into the end zone. Travis Kelce, touchdown Chiefs.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now here's 2nd and goal. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs are going to open up the lead to 8. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lock to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And he will score. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard
First and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Tyler Nubin is there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. A give here to Pacheco. That's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 4. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to have enough for the first down. He'll mark him up at the 39-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. Now Mahomes. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he will go all the way. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Makes the score Chiefs 22, Giants 15.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. It's locked. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the bootleg, it's locked. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field. And this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
And they'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game, I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's first down. Mahomes back. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's caught! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. The Giants can call their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Here's Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.